I'm Monica Abishan. This is Team One's presentation for the Unisys Hackathon. In addition to myself, Dave Kumar and Andy Mulchek are team members. And we're here to talk about our application called Keep It Up. So the objective of this application is to create a proactive approach to dealing with security certificates. The certificate expiration has created a big problem at the Department of Agriculture. And in addition, this is a problem for IT shops everywhere. When your certificate expires, your website's down, it causes people to be out of work, it causes people to have to react to keeping the certificate or reissuing the certificates, and causes all kinds of problems. So we felt that this would be a good application to have, and hopefully it could save lots of money and create a proactive approach to dealing with certificates.
Yeah, so IT infrastructure can go down for so many reasons. And certificate, we chose the certificate one, is little bit unique in the sense that it can be, if we proactively monitor it, we can change it, because when it expires and site is unavailable, there is a panic which kicks in, and that makes things difficult. So in terms of business value, just a little bit more data to back us up. For example, in 2013, Amazon himself lost close to $5 million just because of 40-minute downtime. Also, Google lost over $500,000 of due to 7-minute downtime. Similarly, a survey says there could be a loss of like close to 27 billions per year due to all this downtime. And this application is just very small part of it, but nevertheless, it is very significant.
Yeah, the good news is that we do have a solution to help keep up your IT infrastructure and your sites. That's where Keep It Up comes into play as a method to track your security certificates and to send out notifications before the certificates expire, so that you may be able to take proactive steps to resolve those issues in the future. So our technical implementation, we developed an ASP.NET user interface with a SQL Server database to store the user entered data, so they could go and enter sites that they want to track with their the website name and a URL, and they will add that data to a table for that user for them to get notifications.
Right. So this is one of the main component of this architecture is the automation. Some of the scripts running at Unix, which helps automating the process of extracting the expiration date of the certificate. So just imagine a situation, you have hundreds of thousands of websites and several servers, all of them having certificate. And system admin usually doesn't have time to go and look at it. So we automated this process to basically go to all those websites, get the details of the certificate, and take out the expiration date, and send a notification warning the owners of the website that your certificate may expire. We didn't want to put too much detail on the site, like when it will expire and things like that, due to confidentiality purposes.
We also have a Git repo for our ASP.NET source code and our bash scripts.
And in addition to that, we have a README file loaded up there that gives the information about the project and the configuration and
Yeah, yeah. So, as you might have got a hint already, we did use DevOps, processes. We do try to upload the code, create the build through Jenkins. We did have some challenges. So, in the network server diagram which you're looking at right now, we don't have all those components, but the application is running on a web server, which also houses the database, and the Unix process is running on a Linux server. Both of them using AWS instance. So it's basically running in this is a cloud-based applications.
Okay, now I'll go ahead and demo our application. Here we have our Keep It Up user interface. When you first get to the site, you will want to register a new account. You need to enter your email address and a password. Once you've registered a new account, you can follow the link to get to your tracked sites page. And here you can enter sites that you would like to track the security certificates for. So I'll go ahead and start by entering Google. Google.com. And when I hit save, it's going to populate that data to a table on the page. Now I'll go ahead and add a couple more sites. And now we have some data on our table. You can see we also have functionality here with our table. You can sort based on the website name or the URL. And then you'll see in the back end on our SQL server, if I run this, you'll see we have our data populated that we just inserted from our user interface. We have the website name and the URL and my username.
And one thing I want to add here, this is the data, the URL, which you say, get shipped to the Linux server to get the certificate information and get the data about expiration date. And based upon that, we send the alerts, based upon the expiration date, we try to send that.
And here's an example of one of the alerts that you might receive once your certificate is getting close to being expired.
So we try to keep a lot of information confidential. So this is just an example. One thing I want to add, you can enter your relevant sites. Here we haven't chose to use some of the popular public sites, but then you might have hundreds of websites internally in your in your organization. So you can enter those and apply these features and try to get the information about the expiration of the certificates. This is our core application, which basically means keeping the IT up. Thank you very much for listening and watching.